Slow clap.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Wait.
Alright, that's fine. My teacher has to see that, but that's cool.
Nick, did you count me?
Yeah.
Look at me again. Okay.
What about me?
Alright.
I'm a tripod.
Am I in frame? Can you see me?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
You can't really see
Wait.
the graffiti very well.
Dude,
Yeah.
ever.
Is that-
my
oh.
God.
Can
I'm
we
going to
zoom in?
edit so
Architect.
much of this.
Can we
Pan on
zoom?
you guys?
No. I hate all of you right now.
Are you gonna edit this?
No, I'm just gonna upload it as it is. I don't
As
care.
is.
They're gonna be like, wow, why is it a 12-minute speech? Half of it's just gonna be me bickering. All right.
Are you allowed to say bickering?
All right.
Jake, stop using your hands in front of the camera.
Dude, I'm not using my hand
This
in
was
front of
mistake.
me.
Stop.
Vicious mistake.
Oh no! Earthquake!
Alright.
Wait, is it recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh, this entire time.
$1.99. Buy them more. Okay, let's go.
Alright, my name is Nick Sherrick. This is for public speaking with Sasha Blocker and Janice.
Oh, hey, I have.
Let's get through this.
In 2009, Wall Street journalist Connor Doherty had this to say about skateboarding in Portland, Oregon. This often drizzly city may be the most skateboard-friendly in America. Many cities thought that the only way to handle the booming popularity of skateboarding was by banning and fining skaters. Portland policymakers worked with skaters to create parks and laws to allow the sport to flourish. Skateboarding in Portland is still debated, but the city is almost entirely accessible to skateboarders. Our city has a history and culture of activism, and skateboarders are no different from this. Those spearheading the effort for skaters' rights, be it the skaters themselves, city officials, deserve an incredible amount of gratitude and respect. As a skateboarder of 5 years, 1.5 of them being in Portland, I'm in awe of what has happened. The city's government has shown a strong desire to not only work for their citizens, but to work with them. That mentality has blazed the trail for others to follow That mentality has blazed the trail for others to follow in other cities around the country when creating skate parks and skateboard legislation. The first communication between skaters and our city's government came in the early 1990s. Skaters built ramps and obstacles under bridges and overpasses in order to get out of the rain. Mark Scott and Kent Dahlgren were driven to make these do-it-yourself spots much, much more. In 1990, these two men and other skaters began building concrete structures under the east side of the Burnside Bridge. They kept their park clean and forced the homeless and the addicts out of the area, pleasing local residents and business owners alike. As their park grew, it received more and more attention. A local business owner arranged for Scott and Dahlgren to meet with the city commissioner. This meeting eventually led to the legalization of their do-it-yourself and 100% made skateboard park. Today, Burnside is one of the most famous parks in the world and is still 100% skater maintained. Many consider it to be much better quality than any other parks that are being made by city governments or state governments anywhere, almost in the world. Ken Dahlgren recognized that the government had to be a part of what skaters were doing in Portland, and he had this to say after his initial meeting with the city commissioner. Quote, "If we've learned anything, it was the importance of good relation with the powers that be." End quote. During the 1990s, skateboarding's popularity exploded. According to the Sporting Goods Manufacturers Association, the number of skaters in the United States doubled to 10 million. The skateboarding population in Portland swelled, causing a demand for many more skate parks. This demand culminated in the creation of Skaters for Portland Skate Parks, a nonprofit organization formed by lawyer Tom Miller and graphic designer Sonny Robertson, both lifelong skateboarders. Since its inception in 2001, Skaters for Portland Skate Parks have overseen 5 parks being built throughout the city, with 14 more on the way by 2020. These 5 current parks and 14 future parks are what make up Portland's unique multi-skate park system. This system came to fruition in the early 2000s when Tom Miller, one of the founders for Skaters for Portland Skate Parks, became chief of staff under newly elected city commissioner and future mayor Sam Adams. At the same time the park system is introduced, skaters acquire the same rights as bicyclists, allowing them to go onto any city street or sidewalk, excluding the downtown core area. Miller still works as the mayor's chief of staff and remains an advocate for skateboarding. Currently, public space around the city is being evaluated to potentially house a skate park. A 35,000 square foot area near the Steel Bridge in Northwest is planned to be the crown jewel in the city's skate park system. While so much has been done for skateboarding in our city, much more work is needed. As recently this past summer, skateboarding came under fire. Portland's relationship with skaters goes beyond the built and to-be-built skate parks. Skaters can use almost any city street, and skate-specific routes have been developed and marked around the city, much like they've been for bicyclists. However, some neighborhoods have become very popular among downhill skaters for their steep hills and curvy roads. Downhill skateboarding utilizes larger boards and larger wheels, and instead of using their boards for tricks and jumping into the air, downhill skateboarders use them to go as fast as possible down public roads. A recent popularity surge in this type of skateboarding has caused lengthy debates about its place in Portland, specifically the Arlington Heights neighborhood in Southwest. Residents were concerned with safety and livability. Mainly, they didn't want to see anyone, skater or resident, get injured. As of now, the dust has settled between the skaters and the Arlington Heights residents. Much like with the push for more skate parks, skaters worked with policymakers, residents, and police to form common ground. The city ordinance was revised for larger fines and hours that the Arlington Heights neighborhood could and could not be skated in. In order to spread word of the new ordinance, the same skaters that worked with the residents to set up the new ordinance formed a loose organization called Skate Friendly PDX. Skate Friendly PDX is a website where those interested in skating in Portland can find all the info they need regarding laws and where they can and cannot go. In addition, Skate Friendly PDX made helpful videos regarding skateboard safety and awareness, and I want to show a brief clip from one of the videos right now.
Hi, I'm Stacey Huey, and I'm here to teach you how to skate safely and legally in Portland, Oregon. Many of you like to skate the Fairview Road because of its easy access via the Max train. But there's a few things that you should know before skating down this road. In the early 2000s, Portland passed a city ordinance which gave skateboarders the same rights as bicyclists. This means that we have to follow all the same laws that they do.
It's recording.
If you are under the age of 16, you are required by law to wear a helmet.
Alright, that's fine.
Santa.
Portland is the first city to have an extensive multi-year plan regarding skate park development. Other cities like Oceanside, California have adopted similar approaches, and in their town of Oceanside, 5 skate parks have been built since 2001, with more on the way and renovations going to the ones already built. The city is also encouraging skaters to get involved in the process and influence the park that they'll use. Seattle, Washington, as well as San Antonio, Texas, are also adopting this type of mindset. In conclusion, Portland has become synonymous with skateboarding. Skaters, citizens, police, and the government have all worked together to create rules they are all able to agree on. Portland can serve as a model for other cities with a growing number of skateboarders. Thank you.
You told me you promised no pants.
Hey, I have a legitimate question about that. Is Burnside Skate Park the same as the one
in Tony Hawk?
Hawk?
Yes, it
Oh
is.
my god. I'm gonna jack off right now.